So you're thinking about moving to Wyoming. Maybe you've been daydreaming about those majestic Rocky Mountains piercing the sky, the endless prairies that stretch out like an ocean of grass, and those vibrant sunsets that look like they were painted by a master artist. It's easy to fall in love with the idea of Wyoming from afar, the promise of adventure, fresh air, and a life little less ordinary. But let me tell you, as someone who's been knee-deep in the relocation of people for years, the day-to-day reality can hit you hard, with some surprises that no travel brochure or relocation guide will mention. Here's the thing, Wyoming isn't just a place, it's a mindset. It's raw, rugged, and unapologetically authentic. Today we're talking about the biggest culture shocks that newcomers face, pulled straight from conversations with hundreds of families I've helped relocate. Some of these shocks are downright charming, like discovering a hidden gem in your backyard. Others might make you pause and reconsider if you're ready for the shift, and a few might make you laugh. Hi, I'm Alisha Collins with the Alisha Collins Real Estate Team, and after guiding hundreds of people through the ups and downs of settling in Wyoming, I can assure you every single one of these is based on real experiences. We'll cover everything from the practical to the peculiar, so settle in and grab your snack or sweet treat. Whether you're eyeing a cozy cabin in the Tetons or a ranch-style home in Casper, Wyoming, knowing these can make your transition smoother. All right, let's spill the tea about Wyoming. If you're accustomed to city life where you can grab a midnight snack, Wyoming's dining hours might catch you by surprise. In bigger towns like Cheyenne or Casper, most restaurants stay open until 10 or 11 p.m. But that's about as late as it gets, unless it's the weekend. In smaller spots like Lander or Rawlins, most places lock up by 7 or 8 p.m. Wyomingites cherish a great meal out, but our days often wind down early, shaped by ranching, outdoor work, or simply soaking in those quiet evenings at home. That said, Wyoming's restaurant scene is nothing short of phenomenal, brimming with locally owned treasures that dish up unforgettable farm-to-table cuisine. In Casper alone, you're spoiled for choice with authentic, mouth-watering options. Picture savory chicken parmesan at Bosco's Italian restaurant, a local legend since 1974, or digging into a plate of spicy nachos at Wyoming Ale Works. It's my very favorite, loaded with bold flavors that hit all the right spots. Maybe you're craving a plate of low and slow smoked brisket paired with creamy mac and cheese at HQ Barbecue. Some people just go there for the mac and cheese. Or all-American breakfast with fluffy hotcakes and bottomless coffee at Sherry's Place. I could go on and on about incredible local food here, and I've barely touched on the incredible range of dining options we have here. These restaurants and countless others highlight fresh, seasonal ingredients that celebrate Wyoming's deep agricultural roots. Every bite feels like a nod to community pride, making dining here not just a meal, but a way to connect with the heart of Wyoming. If you want to know more about our vibrant community right here in Casper, including restaurants, you can download my Casper, Wyoming relocation guide completely free. Just click on the link in the description box down below. This one's truly a double-edged sword, and it tops the list for many transplants. On one hand, it's the magic of Wyoming. Minimal traffic jams, no constant honking symphony, and a sense of calm that lets you breathe deeply. Dirt roads are still a thing here, winding through landscapes that feel untouched by time. And no, you cannot trust your GPS to get you everywhere. People lingered to chat at the grocery store about the weather, particularly about the moisture when it's snowed or needs to snow, or the latest mountain lion sighting, and nobody's checking their watch or phone every 5 seconds. If you're coming from a fast-paced city where everything, delivery, rides, services, is at your fingertips in an instant, Wyoming's slow rhythm might throw you for a loop. Life here moves at a different tempo, less hustle, fewer crowds, and a lot more breathing room. You might find yourself waiting longer for packages or navigating unpaved roads, which can feel strange when you're used to instant everything. It's not that Wyoming lacks efficiency, it's just built around a lifestyle suited for savoring the moments. At first, this shift can test your patience. Expect to plan ahead for things that used to be on demand. But once you adjust, that slower pace becomes a gift, letting you soak in quiet moments like sipping your favorite beverage on your porch under a sky full of stars, free from city lights. Drive-thru liquor stores is something you see in Wyoming, and they're bound to raise eyebrows if you're from more stricter states. Picture this, you pull up in your truck, order a 6-pack of local craft beer, a bottle of Wyoming whiskey, or even a mixed drink, and drive off without ever unbuckling your seatbelt. The mixed drinks are, of course, sealed because it's extremely important we practice safe driving. This drive-thru option is very convenient, especially in rural areas where hopping out in sub-zero temperatures isn't appealing. Now, I do know that other states have drive-thru liquor stores. Tell me in the comments what city and state you're in and if you have a drive-thru liquor store or not. One of the most heartwarming surprises for newcomers to Wyoming is how kind people are on the roads. Unlike the aggressive driving you might find elsewhere, Wyoming drivers often stop to help if you're stuck. Whether it's a flat tire or a vehicle stranded in the snow, I've heard countless stories from clients who moved here about strangers pulling over to offer a hand, share tools, or make a quick call for assistance, no matter how remote the road. It's not just about emergencies either. Expect friendly waves when you let someone merge or pass. This road courtesy comes from a shared understanding of Wyoming's challenges. Harsh weather, long distances, spotty cell service. The kindness makes you feel like part of the community, even if you're in the middle of nowhere. I always smile when clients visiting Casper to hunt for a home call me the night before our meeting, asking how much time to budget for traffic. My answer, practically none, or sometimes I even say zero. Wyoming's roads are a far cry from the gridlock of the big cities. Whether you're in Cheyenne or a smaller town like Douglas, you won't find bumper-to-bumper jams. Your commute might take 10 minutes tops, even in our busiest areas. We measure our travel time based on how many minutes away something is. If your destination is 15 miles, it'll take you 15 minutes. 5 miles, 5 minutes. This lack of congestion makes life feel simpler. Errands are quicker, and spontaneous drives to the mountains, river, or lake are a breeze. Sure, you might need to watch for deer or turkey crossing the road, but the freedom of open highways is something you'll never take for granted. If you're an outdoor enthusiast, Wyoming's access to public land is a game changer. With nearly half the state, about 48%, made up of federal public land and the other 5.6% state-owned, you've got millions of acres for hiking, fishing, hunting, and camping, often without needing special permits or fees. From the rugged trails of the Bighorn Mountains to the serene lakes near Pinedale, adventure is practically in your backyard. Clients who've lived all over the U.S. say this level of access is unmatched, letting you immerse yourself in nature without the hassle of exclusive memberships or crowded parks. It's a lifestyle that feels like freedom. I've talked about it before. Brace yourself. Wyoming's wind isn't a gentle breeze. It's a force of nature. And if you've watched any of my videos before, you know this is a hot topic. The state boasts an average wind speed of about 21 miles per hour. It's one of the windiest in the lower 48, with gusts regularly hitting 40 to 50 miles per hour or more during storms. Your hair can whip wildly, hats fly off, and patio furniture can be rearranged if you don't properly prepare. The wind can be relentless, shaping the landscape and even powering wind farms. We often joke it's Wyoming's way of testing you, but you'll learn to live with it and the clean, fresh air it brings. Contrary to stereotypes we sometimes downplay, cowboy gear isn't just for tourists or rodeos. It's everyday attire. Boots, hats, and oversized belt buckles are staples. And I'll admit, I rock cowboy boots all the way through the fall, winter, and early spring myself. It's practical. Sturdy boots handle mud, snow, and ranch work, while hats shield from sun and wind. The cowboy culture is woven into Wyoming's identity, reflecting a ranching heritage that's as functional as it is iconic. Newcomers quickly see it's not just attire, it's a way of life. It reflects our heritage, rooted in ranching and frontier spirit, blending function with fashion in a way that feels timeless and authentic. If you're expecting a Vegas-style party scene, Wyoming's nightlife might feel like a shock. Bars and restaurants often close early, and you won't find pulsating clubs or late-night concert venues. But that's not to say there's no fun to be had. Wyoming's charm lies in making your own entertainment. Backyard barbecues with friends, bonfires under a blanket of stars, fishing trips at dusk, local events steal the show. From summer rodeos to music festivals, it's a different kind of fun, one that's authentic and community-driven, encouraging you to create your own memorable nights. Wyomingites are some of the friendliest folks you'll ever meet, always ready with a smile or a helping hand. But in a state with a small population, differences in views, whether about politics, land use, or lifestyle, can stand out more than in the big city. My clients often say the key to fitting in is simple. Be respectful, listen first, and keep an open mind. Join a community event, like a local fair or volunteer cleanup, and you'll find people warm up fast. It's a tight-knit place where genuine connection matters, but a little tact goes a long way. The solitude of rural Wyoming can be a bit surprising if you're not prepared. Towns can be hours apart, and winter snow might leave you homebound for a few days. It's not uncommon to drive 30 miles for groceries or plan social outings well in advance in some locations. This isolation takes getting used to. Stock your pantry, keeping your vehicle ready for long hauls, and having a plan for staying connected. For many, though, it's a feature, not a bug. The peace and privacy lets you recharge, pursue hobbies, and simply enjoy the quiet. First, visit Wyoming to make sure it suits your lifestyle, but those who embrace it often find it transformative. Healthcare in Wyoming varies by location. In rural areas, local options can be limited, with clinics handling basic needs, but specialists often a drive away. In places like Casper or Cheyenne, you're closer to robust facilities. But if you have ongoing medical needs, you'll want to plan for travel to appointments or explore telehealth options. It's not a deal breaker. Quality care is accessible with a little bit of planning, but it's something to consider when choosing where to settle. Well, there you have it, the real deal culture shocks of Wyoming life, straight from the experiences of folks who've made their move. Some will make you grin, others might give you a pause, but they all paint an honest picture of what it's like to call the state home. Please tell me in the comments what surprised you the most, and also ask any questions you might have after watching this. We love reading the comments and we love hearing from you. And we absolutely have time to find you your forever home. If Wyoming's rugged beauty and unique vibe are calling your name, reach out to my team and I will help you find the perfect spot, whether you're after wide open spaces or a community with a bit more buzz. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for new Wyoming videos every Friday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Remember, we want you to love where you live. See you soon. Okay. And it might be my fault that I'm walking out of the middle because it is kind of weird for me to stand to the side of it. You know what I mean? You'll ever meet. Okay, we have to scoochie. Come on, Alisha. Okay. From the practical to the particular. I keep messing up my words today. Clients who've lived all over the US says this little no. Every Friday. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh shit, I didn't even know you missed it. Why didn't you put it back on? You goofy girl.